Well, hi, everybody. Thanks for joining us on Logistics Executive TV. Today, we're talking events and a very specialist event taking place very soon here in Dubai with the folks from Messe Frankfurt. And today, I'm joined by Shyam Parmar. Shyam, thanks so much for joining us.
My pleasure, Kim. Great to be on.
Now, you are the commercial head for Messe Frankfurt, and you've got an event coming up in December in Dubai. It's all about logistics. It's all about mobility. Give us a bit of a heads up on the event. What's it all about, and why is it so different to others?
Absolutely. So Logimotion is going to be taking place in December. We're very, very excited to be running the first edition of this event. It's a highly targeted trade show. It's going to be bringing together global leaders, government and industry from the logistics, supply chain and mobility sectors. We're expecting over 100 exhibiting companies, over 100 speakers across 3 main stages. And it's going to take place over 2 days, December the 10th and the 11th. At the World Trade Center in Dubai. And of course, we're absolutely delighted, Kim, to be working with yourself and the Logistics Executive Group as a supporting partner for the event. Logimotion is an event organised by Messe Frankfurt. We're a global event organiser. We run over 150 trade shows annually, deliver over 4 million global visitors, and have over 100,000 exhibiting companies. So we're very, very excited to bring the first edition of Logimotion here in Dubai. And as I said, we're really looking forward to working with you as well.
Brilliant. Looking forward to it, Shyam, and I know my team's very excited about it as well, the marketing and ops team here. We're going to be running one of the streams. You're quite unique in this event. You've got 3 different streams operating. We're heavily involved in Logi Korea side of things. Let's talk a little bit about what makes this event stand out, because there hasn't really been any major events here for several months in this region. So great opportunity, and as you say, a high number of exhibitors at the event itself. I know you've got a lot of key speakers there, and we're very happy to be involved in one of the streams, which we'll talk about a little bit further. Tell us about what makes this event stand out amongst others.
Absolutely. I think something that we've really focused on is the content and features for this event. It's highly targeted, as mentioned earlier. We have 3 global stages, a startup zone. We have the Logi Career 2-day program, which you're part of, a CXO conclave. So there's lots of content which is focused on driving, real value to our attendees who are going to be attending the show. We're creating a very innovative platform which will support with industry networking. And essentially, it's an opportunity where individuals from the logistics, supply chain, mobility sectors can come and learn about the latest trends, challenges and opportunities across the entire logistics and mobility sectors.
Yeah, brilliant. And so this is quite unique, having 3 different streams running concurrently within the event. So you're going to have platforms for speakers within the event itself, and then you're going to have segmented rooms out as well for more a conclave environment. Yeah,
exactly. So 3 stages, 100+ speakers. So we've got representation from both government and industry internationally, representation from the likes of the World Economic Forum, from the Ministries of Transport, Saudi Aramco, the UAE Cybersecurity Council, FIATA, some of our sponsors like 7X, Hyperloop TT, and many, many more. And they'll be involved in the content across the 3 stages. Now, we have the Global Trade and Infrastructure Summit stage, and this is going to be our lead stage, focused very much on setting the tone for discussing the future of global trade agreements, sustainable practices, how technology is shaping global trade. And the conversation is definitely going to be focused around, government to government collaboration. We want the Global Trade and Infrastructure Summit stage to be somewhere where we can really discuss the opportunities faced in in the emerging markets, but also looking at the geopolitical shifts. ScaleX is a stage that is going to explore the forefront of warehousing and supply chain innovation. So everything from digital twins, AI inventory management, robotics, supply chain transparency, and much, much more. And then finally, we have the Transmobility Forum, which will tackle the future of mobility. So autonomous vehicles, smart city mobility, electric vehicles, sustainable and synthetic fuels. This stage is there to explore and discuss and learn about the future-ready mobility systems that are reshaping our world.
Right. Well, that's going to be one hell of an amount of content, and running those three stages concurrently is going to be pretty exciting. I like the model. I've been involved with a couple of hundred events over the last 15 years or 20 years or so. And we've been involved with you folks at Messe Frankfurt in other countries, but this is your initial event in the UAE, I believe, so in Dubai. So what was the decision making around coming to Dubai?
Absolutely. So the reason why we wanted to launch this event here, Kim, in Dubai, there's a number of reasons. First, the strategic location. So as we know, Dubai is positioned as the global logistics and trade hub in the Middle East, and it feels like the ideal city to be hosting Logimotion, providing easy access to key markets across Europe, Asia, and Africa. At the same time, we can see that Dubai has a world-class infrastructure. So it has advanced transportation, aviation, the port infrastructure. All of these things feed into our theme around innovation and, of course, the focus of the future of mobility and logistics, which is what Logimotion is all about. Finally, the innovation that we are seeing in Dubai through technology, digital transformation, it feels like it's the perfect backdrop to launch and run Logimotion. And we hope that obviously this year is the launch show. It's a very targeted event. Our plan will be to grow this over the next 10 years into one of the biggest logistics, supply chain, mobility events globally.
Excellent. And Messe Frankfurt have got quite a reputation as being very, very focused, probably the most focused from the European event organisations, the tier one large-scale organisations, and just around the logistics and supply chain space, as opposed to spreading your expertise across a whole range of different industry sectors, yeah?
Yes, absolutely. We actually, as a global event organizer, we work across many different sectors. However, mobility and logistics and mobility specifically, we run 35 events globally. We've also ran a number of events in this space here in the Middle East. And we felt that from the extensive research that we've done within this sector, there are a number of key areas that are exponentially growing. So these particular areas have become the focus of Logimotion. And with our international database of attendees, visitors, and companies, we felt that this was a great opportunity to extend our footprint into the Middle East.
So, Shyam, many events you have to pay fairly exorbitant fees to enter into the event. This is an expo and a conference combined into one. What's the arrangement in terms of people registering? Is it a paid to enter event, or is it a free to enter event, and major sponsors are the ones who are supporting it?
Yeah, exactly. Our companies, our partners, and we obviously thank them for their support, will sponsor an exhibit at the show. And those are the companies that will showcase their products and their services. For the visitor to attend, our professionals across logistics, supply chain, mobility and transport, to attend the event, it's absolutely free. We will be inviting specific delegations from around the world to come and attend. Government ministerial invitations will go out. So we're expecting a very strong global mix of attendees, and The show will be, as I mentioned, taking place at the World Trade Center from the 10th to the 11th of December, and it will be free to attend.
Brilliant. Well, you're exhibiting and holding this event in the premium event space in Dubai. Of course, a lot of organisations tend to choose hotels. This is the main trade centre and event centre, right in the centre of plenty of facilities and logistic support in that area. So I can only think there's going to be a big turnout, which of course the events in this location usually have. So I think that choice has been a good one. Are there any thoughts that you have for organisations that are looking to pick up new ideas, insights, particular around technology? Is there any sort of exhibits or speakers that you think are going to be of particular interest to people looking at technology, for example?
So I'm going to answer, just going back to your point around the World Trade Center. I just wanted to add a point in here. Logimotion is going to be co-located with Automechanica. It's one of our largest and most well-established events in the automotive aftermarket industry. It's going to be a huge event. So we're going to be taking over the whole of the World Trade Center with Logimotion co-locating with Automechanica. Now, there was a reason we done this. There was there was synergy between the events. The automotive industry is the third largest contributing sector to logistics and supply chain. So we felt that it was a very good opportunity to bring these two events together. At the same time, what we're seeing in terms of innovation and technology that's driving forward some of the most interesting discussions for the show. Certainly everybody is talking about AI and what that's doing and how that is changing the face of business, but specifically logistics, supply chain, mobility. Specifically, it's quite interesting to see what's happening in warehousing. We're seeing a lot of robotics now changing the face and the landscape of how products are being packed and moved within the warehousing infrastructure. And at the same time, there's some really interesting discussions that we'll see around smart cities, smart city mobility, sustainable and synthetic fuels, and all of these types of topics will be covered on the Transmobility Forum.
Brilliant. And now one of the other platforms that you've got me involved in is the whole HR and what we're calling Logi Career platforms and streams, which is pretty exciting because I haven't actually seen an event where an entire day stream is committed to promoting careers within logistics and supply chain and mobility logistics in particular. Across that platform, we've got people, I think, from leading tier one organisations globally throughout the logistics field and specialists and subject matter experts from right across that whole area. And that's multimodal, that's air, sea, rail, road, operations, business growth in particular. We've also got some educators in there as well. We're looking at the careers from getting people into the industry. That's a pretty exciting stream that you've come up with there. What was the thinking behind this whole platform?
Absolutely. It has really been, one of our key focuses to deliver really exciting and I think relevant, important content in Logimotion with regards to the Logi Career 2-day program. We felt that there was a great opportunity to use the event as a platform to really focus on supporting, the latest discussions and opportunities, challenges around career development, and having not necessarily just a focus around educational institutions, which we have on day 2, but also working with yourself, Kim, to really focus on what the industry is talking about, what they want from the opportunities in front of them as the infrastructure of businesses change and there are different requirements, new requirements within the logistics supply chain industries. What do those senior professionals really want to be able to tackle, and what do they want to learn to be able to help to grow and strengthen their business and bring on board the right type of talent.
Yeah, I think, well, thanks for that. And I think the whole idea and concept of promoting careers right throughout, bottom to top, if you like, in terms of opportunities and the sort of skills required and the types of platforms available and institutions available for people to make logistics and mobility part of their lives is really interesting. And in this part of the world, I noticed on the wires last night that Dubai is the first or second most competitive employment market in the world. That's not just logistics mobility, but broadly speaking. Of course, we're experiencing significant growth in this region. There's over 5% GDP growth, I think, in the last measured year. Extremely high development in terms of the overall economy, development, industry, residential, inbound. I think it's one of the most attractive places for people to live in the world currently. So this is all adding up to me making this quite a central focus event, and wishing you a lot of success on it, Shyam.
Thank you very much. As I said, it's great to have you involved. We're very, very excited. The event is building some fantastic momentum. We've got 2 months to go. We welcome all of your network to get involved. If there's companies out there that are interested in being part of the event, if there are visitors who'd like to come along and sit in the conferences, please reach out. You can register. The registration is now live, and you can reach out to myself or the team if you're a company who's interested in participating.
So I think we can see down here registration link. We can also see a link there for people who are interested, companies interested in exhibiting, sponsoring and participating. So, yeah, Shyam, it's exciting. It's going to be one of the biggest events, if not the biggest event of its type, certainly in this area, in this region for the year. Good timing, cool weather. People are going to be able to travel in comfort this time of year with lower temperatures. So it's great. It's good to see. We thank you for coming on today, and we look forward to updating everybody with progress towards the event, which again is on 10th of December, World Trade Center here in Dubai, Messe Frankfurt, and it is Logimotion, including Logi Korea, which I'm very pleased to be involved in. Shyam, thanks so much again for joining us, and we'll see you again soon.
Many thanks.